You know, then they made some straight, moves. They got Shields. They got Wade Davis.
And Forsythe takes a call, third strike, 2 down.
And strikeout number 3 for Sparkman.
The 0-2. Painted it. So he's featured just about everything. We've seen a good
2 pitch to Dominic Fletcher. That strike 3 gets him looking.
Fastball got him looking.
1. Here's the 0-2, right down the middle. Tigers strand 3, but 4 hits, 2 runs to take the lead in Minnesota. Not even a fight there.
Got some Terps in the truck. And Alex Call remains at first as Ken deliver.
Detmers against Beto, and then Anderson against Keller. And that's strike 3.
I think it's always the case that when people don't communicate face to face, as Conforto's.
Strike 3 call. Breaking ball came in, got the plate. And the Marlins still looking for their first hit since.
Worry about how one of the players basically told Rolly Carpenter that good pitch there by Jake.
Runner goes. Pitches strike 3. Throw is high. And Lagares has the bag. His first.
And he had quite a few stolen bases in spring training, and it's wondering when he was going to start running. He steals the.
Playing the Rockies fewer times this season. Talk about that as well with the new balanced schedule.
And Servin strikes out looking. Third K.
And a called strike 3. Faces the middle.
Strike 3 called, and Hernandez does indeed weave some magic.
Pitches. Cubs won that game 16-0. Strike 3 call. Chris flips the bat. Struck him out looking. Luzardo, 7 Ks.
The righties, it's kind of taken off like a little more cut-like.
You got him. Well, after the leadoff double, Stevenson strands.
Home run damage has come against right-handers. 0-2. Strike 3 called. This time by Saucedo.
0-2 the count on Austin Wells, and he got him. Bybee this year against Milwaukee, right here at Miller Park. And that's easy for Martinez. 3 pitches.
He's an old school, and he understands the repercussions that could happen when a younger guy like that made a mistake.
Called strike 3. Corbin strands 2, keeps it scoreless.
Strike 3, Conforto down looking.
That was nasty.
Needed 98 in just 4 2/3. Here he is again, 99 at 4 2/3, and he takes care of Ryan Braun, gets him looking. 9 strikeouts now for Wainwright.
And that'll end the inning. Damage done. Giants have.
Can win series. That's how you find your way to the postseason. But it's that mentality, certainly, that the Marlins are hoping for.
Well, they've shown it in other ways. One that stands out, I kind of mentioned it last night. Unfortunately, tonight it qualifies as well. 9-11 following a loss of 5 runs or more. I mean, that certainly tells you.
Much hype as there is around this kid and any prospect nowadays. We know a lot about these guys. That is his first major league strikeout.
And that's strike 3 called. So it took a while, but Urania gets through the second. Giants have extended him to 40.
And strike 3 called.
Denzel, who takes a fastball right down the middle for strike 3.
Beard, and he's got a good season brewing in 2017 with Texas.
And he just struck out Ender on 3 pitches. Haven't seen that too often.
Uke's talked about this too. I mean, Uke was such an intense guy. That's going to be in there for strike 3.
For the most part, you don't say anything, but then again,
Snapped one off, and he struck him out looking.
Kershaw pumps an 0-2. And a breaking ball gives him his 7th strikeout of the day. He's not allowed a base.
And now the 0-2 to Segura. And a strike 3 call. He just fooled him. 1 out here in the 9th inning.
He does so many good works. Darvish gets him looking.
Strike 3 on a breaking ball. Beauty.
Have the season more than anybody in baseball. Not that time as he goes down looking.
That Kurt gave him. Bassett was nodding right away, and he got him.
Called strike 3. 5.
For some reason, he's just off. He's pushed over.
Got him looking at a fastball right down the middle. The Rangers rally for 2 with 2 outs. Nate.
Javi Baez getting some treatment on that quad knee area where he got hit last night. That one in there, and Maples.
Bad pitches. Miguel Carrera base it up the middle, and then he tries to elevate a fastball and never really got it there. And Spencer Torkelson with a base hit and a big.
Here in game 3. And Graceffo, Powder River right down central at 9.
David Hale in his 3rd inning of work. Strike 3. Renfroe down looking.
And Duvall down on strikes.
2-strike pitch. That is strike 3 call.
Oh, yeah. Right down the middle.
Oh, that's a strike call.
Other man's 100.
Herrera looks at a fastball right down the middle, a called 3rd strike. 0 for 3 tonight for Herrera.
Just go up there and look intimidating, but you're not going to swing.
0-2. Pitcher Miley is due up next, and the way he's going today, you certainly would expect in the 7th inning for him to bat. And that's all for Kratz. That's good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Back-to-back 96-mile-per-hour fastballs. After getting hit on a line drive, he went 94, 96, 96. Good night.
And the slider in there for a call 3rd strike.
Been picked up by outfielders. 0-2, still squaring. Pulls the bat back, and that's a called 3rd strike. First K for Steven Matz.
All right, everybody needs to come to this on Tuesday.
0-2 here to Rojas. That is right down the chute. 98 miles per hour.
Diamondbacks are 0 for 12. He's matched a career high with 9 strikeouts, and he's only through 5 innings at this point. Still plenty to go. Halfway home.
I would like to see his last start at Oakland, what he did, how he went about his business.
Got him looking. Oh, baby, froze him. 3rd strikeout.
Yarbrough, Ramirez, now Banda. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out.
And then there's those that can't.
Strike 3. And Akil Baddoo sits down on 3 pitches.
That's a beautiful sequence for Montgomery. Back-to-back changeups got him with a break.
A terrific night from Jack Flaherty.
John Gant continuing where he left off. Atlanta's lineup has been completely neutral.
Stratton is 0 for 1 on the year. Stratton is 0 for 2 on.
You're really bringing it tonight, man.
That's all I got on Caldwell. Thankfully, the inning ends. Jared Walsh goes down.
0-2 got him looking. A sinker at 98. So that's the second strikeout.
0-2. And strike 3 called.
Went on the disabled list. That's when the spiral really started in this Colorado Rockies bullpen.
And 3 pitches, and Chris Taylor is down on strikes, and that's why. Right there, strike 3.
Yeah, that's in there too. Marcano, don't see him having it bat like.
Before this game, he struck out 38 of the 80 batters he has faced.
Wow, it's almost half.
Yep.
That is strike 3, and he strikes out the side in succession. 6-4 Rockies.
Has not been good. Right there, strike 3 called. Alonso knew it, but
2 strikes. He locked him up. Oh, doctor, what an inning from Ruiz.
Out of the stretch, no matter what.
And there is strike 3 called. So a changeup.
The Cubs have had bullpen problems. They've got to rely on their bullpen the rest of the way. 4th strikeout.
Yeah, maybe you stick your tongue out on a fastball or something. Right. I mean, something ridiculous that you would think wouldn't even matter. These guys pick that up, and you start tipping your pitches, you're in trouble.
Eric Kratz takes a called strike 3 from Montgomery. So the lesson in all of that, if you're an amateur pitcher out there and you're working at your craft, is to get in front.
And strike 3.
Getting out of the inning.
And he will. Got him with a curveball.
Strike 3. Took a fastball right down the middle, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men.
He is our Beacon Plumbing call to the pen. 0-2 here. Paint. Have a seat, Gleyber Torres.
What it would do to him this year, coming off a postseason like last year. Not a problem. Strikes out Cronenworth.
Year. 0-2 count. And strike 3, a breaking ball. Carpenter not looking
on, and they had to do some pretty good work on the base paths to get that done. Breaking ball. See you later.
Yeah, it's not even fair to have that.
My girls would laugh. 0-2 is there. It's a fastball. Elvis was looking away.
Right there, strike 3 called, and that will do it. Home run.
Diggs. Ball in the dirt.
Takes one right down the middle. He was guessing with Cole and the veteran.
27 games. The year where the Phillies won 59.
Good net. And Joe Ross will be buckled by that breaking ball. First time around the order, the Nationals go 1 for 8 with the key boom.
Orr's reached base safely in 15 of the last 17 for the Marlins. And a called strike 3. 93-mile-an-hour fast.
A called 3rd strike.
Yeah, that's good stuff, and good for him. And he does a lot that we know about and a lot that we don't know about. As Trevor McGill just wipes out the pinch hitter.
He has a degree, an advanced degree in torque.
If it gets you to throw out the first pitch.
On that play at the first base bag. Marlins can't lose him. Bonifacio. He knew it right there. Gallagher plucked strike 3, 1 down.
Drops in there for strike 3. The curveball.
Down that left field line.
And that is a called strike 3. Bouchard.
That breaking ball is over the inside corner for strike 3. 1-0 Cardinals after 2.
70 games out of the pen. That'll drop in there for strike 3 on the 0-2 pitch coming up. And that is strike 3. Got him looking. Good start for Joey Lucchesi. 1 down. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by
Royal on at first. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And in there for strike 3. That'll end it. White Sox win it 3-2. They take game 1 of the doubleheader. They have tied up the series in 1 game.
Go out there with his best stuff every pitch.
Oh, right on the outside corner with a fastball.
For an entire game. And the separator between the good pitchers and the average pitchers is what do you do on those days when you don't have your best?
Long inning for Joe Musgrove. This is going to be the 26th pitch on its way to May, and he locks him up with the breaking ball.
And strike 3 called. That's a strike called, and Cabrera is out of there looking.
Throwing them to the left-handed hitters as well as right-handers. Ooh,
Oh,
freezes.
man, that one. There is called strike 3. Adames.
Up and grab yourself one. I know I will.
2 strikes here on Sandy Leon, and strike 3 called. Fastball right down there at the knees. And
That pitch is right down the middle.
He's last year. You could have traded him and then signed him back. And
Called third strike to Higashioka. 2 in this inning, 3 in the game for Sale.
he's been very sharp since the
with the number 8 man and then Verlander to follow. And the strikeout at 89 right down the.
That's good enough for 4th best in the NL. And Soto takes a called strike 3. Woodruff going right at him.
Right down the middle at the knees.
The Felix Hernandez side might be something to bear in mind because strike 3 looking, but
Look at Melendez really making a visual for Bubic to hit that ball or to drop it on the ground, and heck, he didn't. He locked.
And a front door breaking ball freezes Adam Duvall, and Mazza has struck out 5.
that is a strike called.
Fastball got him looking. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. A 1-2-3-4. We head to the 5th.
A strike away. The 0-2. Strike 3 called. Zepchinski. 3 pitches all dialed into the zone, and that is the ball game.
Pitchers this season, the Padres have 5, tied with the Nationals in that category. Clayton's got 2. And he will take strike 3 to end the inning. Holland ends up striking out the side. The Padres have a 2-0 lead through 2.
The way, the only other 2 who've done it, along with Pfister. And that's going to be in there for strike 3. He'll sit down Mark Trumbo.
What? I mean, it was just terrible to see this young kid, you know. No, but seriously.
That's strike 3. Oh, Dozier didn't know what was coming. Herrera throws the slider 8.5% of the time. And
Got him.
Saw Kevin Barker alongside. Kevin will be doing some of the games along with Bennett. Of course, Mike Wilder in the booth for pre and post, among other things as well. So we welcome Ben to the city, to the country, and to the organization.
The radio booth will have another voice there during the summer.
Been relatively quiet since. Darvish just coming off a 3-up, 3-down 5th. And now Contreras takes a called strike.
When you remind him, he's well aware.
Strike three, Holman.
Was taken out late in the ball game last night. And he knew it. Finally got a 97-mile-per-hour.
So they're hanging tough. The pitch. Strike three, one out.
I love that. Did you happen to see the pitch that the Angel closer Hansel Robles threw to Vladimir Guerrero Jr.?
And 4 against the Dodgers, and we'll be there in Pittsburgh 1 week from tonight. Pittsburgh is in a tough stretch of schedule, playing a lot of quality teams.
Well, we showed their June numbers too.
Ryan with a home run in the 8th inning last night or yesterday afternoon.
Mariners mounting a big threat. 0-2 here to Seager. Pitch. Took it for called strike three.
And done great work, and you're very comfortable with you've heard of the wham, the while we have a moments. You've heard about that?
I mean, it's a real thing that these guys go through.
Strike three, really nice two-seamer, 2 down.
Strike over the inside corner, and Mauer makes quick work of Eduardo Nunez for the first out of the 9th inning.
That's what we're talking
All
about.
right.
3 pitches and out of there.
Strike three called, so Noah's down looking. 5 strikeouts for
Hunter Harvey, Andres Machado,
Finnegan,
Kyle Finnegan.
I thought we just showed a replay. Right there, strike three called. Chris.
Called strike three. Changeup gets Barnhart for out.
Himself down in the count a lot lately. He's 0-2 here, and he'll look at a fastball for a called third strike. Myers goes down.
Strike three. Longoria down looking.
That's a lot of production out of a 13th rounder.
Strike three. First strikeout for the. Oh, he was too.
Since moving over the Red Sox, he's been a much more effective pitcher.
Right down the middle, and he got him on 3 pitches, back-to-back strikeout.
Long road trip.
Got him looking. 3 good pitches from Carrasco.
And Lopez takes a called strike three.
Tell you what, kid popping.
You want him? Make us an offer, and they did, and they were very happy they did.
Lopez guns for 99 for strike three, and 2 stranded for the 8th.
Alonso is short lead at first. And Marte takes strike three call. Fastball got him looking. And Meyer has his 3rd strikeout.
Absolutely. The 0-2 got him looking on a slider. So Brownie strike.
Clarity.
Yeah.
Deadpool, Spider-Man, they're both here. And Florimone sees 3 pitches. He's down looking. 1 out. And Alfaro's coming
against the Pirates. And not against anybody else.
Strike three called.
There we go. Nice.
Indecision. He said it hurt so bad he took a couple steps out and then.
Encarnacion called out on strikes.
Oh my goodness. Maybe the longest pause I've ever seen, and that'll end the ball game.
And a strike three called right down the chute. 9.
And Goldie looks at a slider for strike.
And he's out looking. I'll tell you what, Cade Smith.
Is that who you're referring to?
I love my guy Case. Yes. Completely thrown him on.
The 0-2 again. Strike 3 call. He got him. Rays win it. A 4-0.
Under 0-2. Runner goes, and it's a strike called. He fooled him with a fastball. He caught Carpenter guessing.
0-2. Another one in the zone. 3 breaking balls, 1 away.
He's also thrown 25 fastballs in his first 36 pitches. And there he freezes them. That's a nasty sequence. Bodie going down looking at.
Called strike 3. Right down the middle, 97 miles an hour.
And he's a prolific, great low ball hitter.
Thank you. Chris Young has. There's a good one taken for a strike, and Jacob has 3 strikeouts.
And what a glorious dream for you that was.
It was. It was a good one.
Presley
ended well.
Strikes out, 2 outs in the.
That is strike 3. Fernando goes looking. First out of the
command. Wow. Well, that's good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, and good night there.
Yes, it is.
Nifty 2.52 earned run average. That's strike 3. Frozen. Back-to-back Ks for Verlander. 3 on the day. Today's golden touch.
Pivetta has equaled his season high of strikeouts with 9. Strike 3 called. He now has 10, so it's a new season high, and his career high is 11.
Boy, that was a little jelly legger right there. Hitting the head on the fastball slider combination.
Being filled by Robel Garcia, who takes strike 3, and Barrios starting to feel it.
Drury has taken 2. And a fastball right down the middle.
Now trying to rally the Red Sox, who have out hit New York 7-4. That'll be in there for strike 3. So Vasquez strikes out looking.
3 fastballs, then a little breaking ball buckles in. Pair of shoes.
Frozen. 0-2. And he drops that one in. He breaks it right. Hector Neris, home with an 0-2. Got him with a center cut fastball.
And the 0-2. And a strike 3 call.
Wow.
Good morning, good afternoon, and
now you have a true backup shortstop.
And a good inning for Jamison Tyone as he retires.
To reach into that pool of playoff potential. So, you know, there is that risk reward.
And LeMahieu down looking, 2 away.
Two outs. Kansas City Star, and one of the most famous is Buck Martinez. Strike 3 called with their 3-pitch strikeout. The Orioles are expecting something different. And maybe Lopez, with his pattern of getting ahead with
pitching up and in at some major velocity, is kind of forced him to become proactive. And there is strike 3.
That was a nasty slider there by Cool.
Wainwright's last start, he threw it even 10% more than that. It's a pitch he's relying on now, especially coming off the DL. There it is. For strike 3, you get Ross Stripling looking. This is a pitch you're going to see, especially with 2 strikes over 50% of the time. Why?
RBI.
He gone. Got him with that slider.
Right? So, yeah, I got permission. I asked for permission.
Oh, really?
I did.
We'll check with Dave Rickards when we can.
That just ran out of days in terms of minor league rehab possibilities as Farmer strikes out. Minor league season.
Oh, he broke over the breaking ball. Nasty pitch for Presley. Alex Bregman, Jeremy Pena on the left side. Yainer Diaz behind the plate, and that's a called third strike. That was a 93-mile-an-hour slider for a call.
Rosso and Choi on the right side. And a strike called at the knees.
And Gina looks at a third strike, and that'll do it.
Runner stay, and there's strike three. So Stevenson had a strike three. Hayward is retired.
Got an early exit. Strike three on Nunez. That's 4 straight hitter.
You don't necessarily see that all that often these days, and Senzel goes down looking.
7 coming into play in this series. Outfield is straight away. Wainwright struck him out. No argument from Upton. Second strikeout for Adams.
That part of a 7-3 victory at Seattle. Went just 5 innings in that one. Strike 3 called. Simeon caught looking for a strikeout for Pfister.
Smile back on his face. Be even better to hopefully see him back on the field.
With a decent changeup, but they've been fouling off a lot of his pitches.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. Kohler is out.
Good crowd here tonight. Yeah, that's in there. No argument from Will Blyfield.
Yeah, loves pitching here at home. That one's right in there. Strike 3 called. Carpenter down looking. 2 away. There goes. He went with an off.
Did you request that? I said if you were a sinker ball pitcher, possibly.
Called strike 3. Arizona tacks on
of the year for the A's. Played everybody in the National League. And they'll end up going 14.
That was fun.
2 strikes from Pagan, and there's strike 3, 1 away. Reminiscent of
Verlander's 0-2. Strike 3 called.
Correct. Be careful, Arch.
Zone J. And a called strike 3. Darvish gets out of the
war. That was.
Where was that?
Yeah, where's the pitch?
Oh, he's calling him out.
Now it is a called strike, so Salvi has to throw down to first. And I think Salvi's yelling at.
He's one of 4 guys with a career 300-plus batting average, career 400-plus on-base percentage.
Set long enough. I'm not sure what the call was. Well, doesn't matter.
Stick with Stott.
Throwing 3 straight sliders.
He's trying to do and how he's trying to do it.
That's right there. A beautiful breaking ball, and Walker took it, and he's 2 count. And strike 3. Acuna looking for something else. 7 strikeouts for Sanchez.
Already 6 home runs. But he's down 0-2, and he's out. Oh,
he got quick there.
He did. And if you're a bat.
Got it down the middle. It looked like
Orioles employ the shift here with 2 away. Bird will take it, and that's right there. So Scott will get the strikeout, and that will do it. But in the big inning
out there for the 5th time this year. Oh, that's nasty. Called third strike. He broke one over on Garcia, who froze.
The familiarity of being home and the routine of it as Holt takes a called strike 3 and about face.
Beat the ball to the inside corner.
Great inning for A.J. Buck with a couple of strikeouts. Bottom of the.
And that one drops right in there. Strike 3 called. Whatever that pitch is, it's.
0-2 pitch coming from Kelly. He struck him out. Second time Tatis has gone down on strikes tonight.
Breaking ball is right in there.
Strike 3.
Not sure what IKF was.
Pitchers are like fingerprints, I guess, right? I mean, oh, that one right down the middle. Strike 3.
Right there, caught him looking at a fastball. Ginkel strands two.
It appears that David Bell has been ejected. We'll get confirmation of that. And Archer, after a.
Well, okay, right down the middle. 2 down. Strikeout number 2.
4 over at 11 and 7. 0-2. It's a beautiful curveball in there for called strike 3. Second strikeout of the day.
LB.
Former shortstop, maybe. I don't know.
0-2 pitch, strike 3 called. So he gets Stroman for the second time, and there's one out.
University in Georgia. His 7th pitch, his 7th slider, and it's in for a call, 3rd strike.
Number 1. We saw him make a pick last night. He goes down looking.
2 pitch, a fastball right there. Strike 3 called.
Stay off that one. 0-2. He has struck out Jake McCarthy twice on 6.
He's given up 6 hits, 2 home runs. A.J. Pollock in the 2nd. Christian Walker in the 5th. And he strikes out Avila. We head to the 7th. D-backs trail at 3-2.
A little more unsettled now.
0-2 to Goldschmidt.
Got him looking. Fastball on the outside corner, and Goldschmidt knew it.
Well, Malley, Romano, and Castillo. Chance to be a big 3 for Cincinnati. Castillo pitching beautifully. He's perfect through 3 innings. He's coming up.
And that's strike 3. With the 90.
3 pitches, didn't swing a bat, 1 out.
That second time through, and the 3rd time it really goes up. It's up to over 400. Strike 3 called. But he is in mind for Ohtani on this 0-2 pitch. And it's right down the heart.
0-2. Fastball down the pipe. He was guessing curve.
But Wilson got revenge. He pitched a great game against the Buccos. At the time, he was the youngest pitcher in the history of the game.
Gives a pitcher more satisfaction. But
Strike 3. Larnach's gone 2 away.
you know, Cole understands this is a team that has every year as it comes into.
Christian just looks at a breaking ball there.
Got him on a quick pitch at
2 innings, giving up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and he struck out 3, and that is strike 3 very quickly to Jonathan India.
Months, it's harder to do standing out there for a few hours a night. Down the middle, strike 3, 2 out.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night, and Clayton.
Yeah, I was very touched by it. Adam, you're wonderful. I didn't thank you last night when I met you, but I should have.
Catches Marte looking at a slide.
Long, tall, great reach out there on the mound, like he's coming right down on top of you.
And strike 3 called, 98, and Kiermaier's out on strikes.
You think the way that he drives the ball downhill and with his reach, it's like he's
so kept this team in the game, giving them an opportunity. Paint, and we've seen so many.
call, third strike with the slider. And the Royals.
Nothing into the count. And the next by Martinez. He struck him out. The Pirates.
And a call, strike 3. Boy, that was right down the chute. 7 Ks for Gray.
Job of getting ahead of hitters. 0-2. Now that's strike 3 called. Another.
I mean, that's the way you're supposed to throw a cut fastball. And then you come back with a changeup. Gives up on it because of the movement. Yeah.
Around for a while, and he's learned how to do it the right way, so it doesn't take a lot out of his arm.
Here's another one. See you later. As Saltalamacchia is caught looking. That is the.
Struck him out looking. Nice sequence for the Pirate right hand.
Got him looking. Angels have a 5. Beat the Diamondbacks at Dodger Stadium in the previous series. And he catches Hummel looking at a cutter.
Part of it is that he figured out a way to get a couple of big outs. Right down the middle and a called strike 3. Desmond upset with himself. He got a foul.
Another Diamondback hitter caught looking at a high 90s fastball. Second time that's happened.
Down he will go.
And that is strike 3 called. 90.
Tavares. He's 4 strikeouts and make it 5 as he gets to Rand.
Off of his fastball.
Strikes out Godley, 1 away.
And what?
Got him. And Phillips strikes out, 1 away.
Yeah, Taylor Rogers struck him out here on Friday night. And he gets Phillips right there on a good curveball, good location.
See ya. That's number 8.
Got him.
Strikeouts. He was 0 for 2.
Missed a lot of fastballs tonight. Swing and miss.
Oh. And dropped in there for strike 3. So in the end, it did not make a difference. Pretty good pitch to strike him out.
Tomorrow.
Hitter's just a little bit late.
Man, throwing right down the middle, and Solano took it all the way. And we head to the 5th. Still
behind the plate. He's just a great athlete. And he is. And Wong. Wow.
It's not just the top of the lineup. It's everybody.
Outman takes strike 3. They're hitting .500 with runners in scoring position in these 2 games.
Watching video.
Yeah. Doesn't take long, does it?
No, you always say it.
Look at, he was looking for the changeup.
The Dodger historian, and that was one of his favorite days of being a Dodger fan. It was absolutely amazing.
Front show sits each in front of the first base dugout with a lei around him, and then he said, "Mahalo, Philly," and he got choked up at the end. It was pretty cool. I've always liked watching Shane Victorino play.
Yeah.
I thought he did it right.
Well, you take. That's the way most guys get there.
And the 0-2 is in there for a strike 3 call. 99. 2 outs.
Part is physical. And his response was, this game is 100% mental and 100% physical.
Really choking up.
And strike 3 at 1-0.
Got him.
I mean, he was spiking 3-0 pitches.
Or you pointed out very early to the second bat.
And you just want to see him continue to have good health. So, and a strike 3 on Allen.
And for the 78th time in his career, Max Scherzer has at least 10 Ks. So it's Anthony Rendon followed by Soto and Reynolds. Nats down by 2.
That's in there. Strike 3.
He's not, but we still think about him every day, and he's still an important part of his life.
No doubt. Down, back to the pitcher. You really want to just stay back and just try to hit the ball on the barrel, and I say softly because a soft swing on the barrel is going to give you enough to drive in the run.
And a strikeout of Munoz. That pitch there has been really effective so far for Junis.
In there to get panic looking. And Joe Kelly.
Now the 0-2. Breaking ball, strike 3. 3 straight strikeouts for
Bone and just blow guys away.
And he gets a strike 3 called with it.
I had to be out here in the dugout cheering on my guys. Thankfully, it was a very fast game for us where we were able to, get back in the clubhouse.
0-2 on Lau. And that is strike 3.
Calendar month, the Reds are home for 7 games. That's all for the Marlins. Romano's fan 3. The Marlins strand 2.
Hoping to see the Indians pull this one out. Bottom of the ninth. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. He took a fastball right down the slot, and there are 2 away.
Under at the University of South Carolina.
And he quickly puts away Blake Perkins.
In there. Walsh knew it. And he's
really good.
And Castellanos going on strikes.
Pirates are actually in their hometown. As Hendrick strikes out.
And another called third strike. And Arise, who rarely strikes out in the first place, has been called.
One's wearing a 21 patch. Riley Green wearing 21. And he looks at strike 3 and knew it. 1 away.
3-hour rain delay. And there's a strike right in there. And Hilliard down looking. Cardinals with a lefty getting loose in the pen. And there's a strikeout of Wong. Quick work of Colton Wong. Missouri Lottery Fox Tracks as we take you back.
Maybe they bump him up to 95 today. Strike 3. IKF down looking.
Now has shown, at times he has struggled with the base runners.
And that is strike 3 call. Dropped a breaking ball in there on him.
Takes one right down the middle. And that's a half dozen Ks for Kluber. Slider to go with it.
Strike 3 called. Quick dismissal.
Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Aaron Loup. 2 down in the 9th inning.
Set up the 6th inning. Now they're adding here in the 7th.
2-strike pitch. Schwarber on the run. Throw to second. Doesn't matter. Struck him out.
Let's see if he drops down a bunt. Oh, okay.
And he's punched out 2 more tonight. Make it 3. Andrew Young strikes out.
Can't hit it. Strike 3 call. Contreras down by way of the K. 2 down in the 8th.
I think that's a perfect example of
5 hits. And Chris Sale has struck out 7. And that'll be pounded in there at 97 for strike 3. So 1 away.
Severino for the run. That turned out to be a big at bat. And he got him. Strike 3. McCann did not.
Broadcast the I like that. I'm in. And that one is in there for strike 3. Arozarena.
Got LeMahieu.
Strike three call. Headley knew it. Takes with him the first strikeout for Hader. 1 down.
Right down the middle. A fastball freezes him.
Much this year. Tip of the cap to them. Corey Abbott right down the middle on 0-2 to Yoan Moncada.
Right down the middle for strike three.
Pitch. Here it is. Runner goes. Strike three call, and that'll end the inning. Giants add a run after 6. It's 4-1 San Francisco.
And the way that you're able to do that is because first and foremost you hold yourself accountable.
Yep. Strike three call. Meadows out of there. We're through 5.
Yeah, he's a good athlete. He can do a lot of things.
Curveball.
Except hit that curveball.
Choked up ever so slightly with 2 strikes. And takes one at the knees. Center cut for strike 3.
So minor league numbers, and it just hadn't translated to the big league. So I had asked him about that in the spring. And he had just said that.
Strike three called on the curve. This time he went.
Called strike 3.
0-2. Breaking ball got him. Wow.
Walks, 2 strikeouts, 82 pitches. That's a nice pitch.
That's how good he is. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, Pierce. And Holt looks at a called strike 3. He knew it. Verlander just dropped a beauty in there.
Used to place a ball out front of the plate because visually he wanted to track it to that point.
3-pitch strikeout.
Blanco, then back to the top of the order, and David Peralta on the outside corner.
Makes you feel heavy. Both catchers throw the ball extremely well. And there's a called strike 3. A bender in there, and Carrera.
2 down, nobody on. 4th inning, 2-0 Giants. And right down the middle with a changeup. Well, he got the quick inning that he needed badly. On to the 5th. 2-0 Giants.
2-strike pitch, and that'll do it for Weaver. There's out number 1 here in.
D'Arnaud brought Swanson up, the 8th place hitter. And that will end the inning. A leadoff home run from Austin Riley. You can't spell MVP
for Martinez.
Wow. Strike 3 call. Manny knew it. Takes with him the second strikeout for Martinez. 2 down in the one batted in. And that strike 3 called on the inside corner in 94. Distance to get over there. Drops in for strike 3. 2 very good innings of relief for Brad Hand. A 1-2-3 11th. Tied at
1. Strike 3 call on the hook. Yan Gomes couldn't pull the trigger. 2 down. And
Cubs broadcasters next to us. They used to have. They had a.
Well, they gotta pack up.
Yeah.
Both these clubs have Thursday off. The Cardinals will travel over the weekend to Chicago, and Milwaukee plays Detroit.
The strikeout of Jed Jerko, and it brings in Yadier.
They always, though. I mean, those 2 are going to fight out to the end.
He drops it in there for strike 3, 97 miles an hour.
You didn't really have to make too many roster moves that way in terms of the IL, but you only get the 1 extra position player now as the slurp. VR plays straight up the middle behind the second base bag against Brinson, who is down looking on strikes.
Almost on an average 1 inning longer per start than he pitched last year. So it's been a busy first half for him. So a chance for him to maybe catch a
curveball, see if he wants to try to get Gary Carpenter with that fastball up. Yeah.
Strike 3 called. Carpenter goes down looking, 2 away.
The 0-2. Strike 3. McKinney down looking.
just talking about being a little too serious?
Yeah, I think so. And he's about to be ejected.
You can win anything when you have those guys doing it.
What was that playoff series against the Orioles like for you guys? Because I'm pretty sure you went in thinking you were a better team than.
Take hacks at it. And he goes down swinging.
Boy, that.
Wow.
But as Tabby mentioned, a great control. He is in the zone. He works quickly. The ball's in play. Curveball, and he struck him out on 3 pitches.
Fastball.
The 0-2 pitch, strike 3. Ramirez down looking. Let's check out tonight's quick.
Froze him, hung it.
Got him. 104 from Chapman.
He struck him out and the Padres win. Brad Hand makes it a little tough on himself in the 9th inning, but in the
Dodgers. Second year in the American League is with the White Sox, and he takes a called 3rd strike.
Strike 3. Tried to check his swing, couldn't pull it.
Way here, quickly.
That is strike 3. Panik knew it takes with him the first strikeout.
0-2.
Called 3rd strike. He freezes up.
See you later. Cubs win.
3 innings. See where you are. Got a day off on Thursday. That's a good thing. Got him. Right down the middle. Not sure what Machado was looking for.
Contra 2 for 36 at the plate this year. And the recipient of strike 3. Third.
Strikes out Machado looking.
Throw out base runners. He can hit. There he goes.
There he goes. And that's strike 3. So it will not matter. What does matter is that Charlie had a 2-out double. Supposed to be caught.
And that's going to be in there. Strike 3. Well, that was.
Right and fires.
Strike 3, got him on 3 pitches. And that sets it.
Well, he didn't look exactly hitterish, but I think.
And he didn't. He forgot from the dugout to the place.
I had that little guy on my shoulder.
Strength. Fastball got him looking, and that was triple digits.
Yep, Rendon does it too. And ball.
Segura
that was highly unusual.
Segura needed to do it one more time.
Strike 3. Austin down looking, 2 away.
Struble Cabrera. That is strike 3.
I'd park my truck, Tom.
You find a spot. 0-2 pitch. And a strike 3 called. 1-2-3. Go.
To make sure he gets there, you pitch out. You have the second baseman start a couple steps closer to first base. As Quintana takes a called strike 3. And then you pitch out and pick behind the runner at first base.
Boy, Roger Craig was great for that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Just little subtleties and nuances of the game where you might be able to take advantage of a base runner's aggressiveness or a hitter's aggressiveness. Always looking for just little ways to get a slight edge in a situation.
Yolmer Sanchez.
Top 5. The 0-2 pitch. They got him. Little momentum for the Mariners. A 1-2-3 fifth. George.
6-7 weeks of spring training are awfully important. And Holland spent all year trying to come back to throw like this, and he is dazzled.
A few times on the series. 3-pitch strikeout of
quote-unquote bulk guy today, the way that Holloway and Neidert had been the last couple of days. And there's another strikeout. He's got 3.
He threw pitches on Sunday.
He threw today 31 pitches.
Today,
Castro gets caught looking.
And that fastball right there, Olsen knew it. So on 3 pitches, Olsen strikes out.
Give the Blue Jays a chance.
Reese McGuire, the batter, and he'll take strike 3 called. Kolarek gets him for out number 2.
Love and Gelato and a strike 3 called and 7 strikeouts for Anthony DeSclafani.
That he will give you, and then you have to decide which one you want to sit on, which one you want to look for.
And evidently,
good start for Wade LeBlanc. Strikes out Polanco on 3 pitches.
He's in at Salt River Field, so that's what I'm doing. And Archie got together with Evan Marzilli, and they worked out all winter long.
In a hole, can he shorten up, put a little pressure on that defense?
Breaking ball froze him, and Straub. Plus, everybody's so quiet when they swing the golf club. 0-2 pitch. And that's strike 3. 3 strikeouts for Ty. Wouldn't you like to see the pro golfers have to take their cuts with somebody yelling, "You stink!" in the middle of their backswing?
Yes. I think the only time I see
games, 36%. That was the 4-seam fastball.
And that's a strike call on a fastball to retire.
First 2 triple game for the Cubs this year. Yeah, that's in there. No argument from Swanson. And there's one away.
Strike 3 call. It's it for the Nats in the 4th. So Justin Miller's about to take over and become the pitcher of record as the Nats go out to a 5-run lead. Bryce number 100.
I mean, you look at their arms coming out of the pen. They've got some good arms. There's no question about it.
Right down the middle. Danny Duffy
taking some off. Melky Cabrera swinging out in front.
Got him. Conley strikes out Melky Cabrera.
And a call. Strike 3. 4 strikeouts for Charlie Morton.
To navigate his way through this, maybe. 0-2 pitch, and down he goes. Fastball right down the middle.
Oh, strike 3 call. And 2 gone.
Time to play the organ in between hits.
That one gets Grandal in the corner. Grandal, by the way, had 3 walks in the entire month of June. He's got 3 tonight.
Strike 3 call gets him looking. 2 down.
Strike 3. Headley down looking, but
he just does that. That is strike 3, and Walters is gone. So 1-2, 3, 8th inning for Craig Stammen. It's an 8-3 Padres lead.
Here, don't do this.
What about that?
No.
Yeah, man, I'm just killing myself tonight.
It's that moon.
The 0-2 is a bender. Strike 3. See you later. How about that, man? 3 strikeouts.
Nice. And Barnhart rung up. Strikeout, walk, struck.
21 years old, 6 feet 4 inches tall. That's a name to remember as he makes his way through the Giants farm system. As Samardzic.
Rehab too quick because it's just a timetable that's been announced.
No balls and 2 strikes. Albies bounced to second base in his first at bat.
And takes call strike 3. He squared the bunt, took it back. Meanwhile, 10 for 10 for Walker Buehler.
Number 7, Dansby Swanson.
That is Walker's first strikeout of the game, and that will.
One of the chairs down there right to the chest.
And that is strike 3 call. Agostino caught.
Look 2 here. Strike 3 call. Got him looking. 4 strikeouts.
Out of their 0-2 pitch. Right there with a curve, and the Dodgers win their 9th in a row.
That's almost not fair. Yeah, come on. 8 strikes
to Jimenez.
Hey, quick pitched him.
And a fastball taken for strike 3, 2 down.
Was that Cuevas is not going to play much this week because the Rockies. That's strike 3 on Chapman. That was quick. Because the Rockies are going to see virtually all right-handers this week.
And Thielbar strikes out Jared Walsh, fastball, and he goes down looking, and that's
years and thrown into the big leagues through the Rule 5.
Right down the middle of strike. Duffy pitches.
Get off of me, swing.
Strike 3. Walker down looking.
Right in. Strike 3 call. Musgrove makes quick work of him. That is strike.
And a call, 3rd strike. McGill drops a fastball on the.
And a fat fastball got him looking.
Murder is what they did, and especially not having to play last year. See ya.
In there for strike 3 to put away Vasquez.
Likes to throw behind runners.
Breaking ball strikes him out looking to end the inning, but the Padres add an important insurance run. To the 9th we go. 3.
A tough June for him, his last 3 starts. That is strike 3, the 3rd strikeout for Ray. All looking by the Nationals. We go to the bottom of the 2nd.
Tellez on the go, and that's a called 3rd strike.
So Hunter.
Mistake.
And that is a good pitch by Peacock.
Signs can say it all. Rangers fans since prehistoric times, and then they got even the signature, the autograph of Delino DeShields. So we present them with the Progressive bag, and I would like to thank them personally for making me feel young and petite today, guys.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And 3 straight on Kim as he watches.
Here, one of a select opponent who's done that, but here he's down on 3 pitches as he gets caught looking on the slider. And Diaz has back-to-back.
Amazing how he starts because he's comfortable there. Wasn't ready for that.
Fastball splits the plate and the inning. That's 5 through 2.
The 0-2 call, 3rd strike. 2nd strikeout of the day for Disco.
In September, with all the call-ups and whatnot, in a blowout game, strike 3 called against James McCann.
That he has since May of last year in a single start. And he pours one in for strike 3 to Ellis. He's 0 for 2. That's punch out number 5.
Three pitches. Thanks for stopping by.
Right down the middle. That's strike 3. Iglesias, a huge reaction. Odd that they would allow the field to be cut in the way that it was cut, because it created a degree of difficulty just getting a talked about.
Strike 3 call is Cannon.
Davidson works on 5 days rest. And he strikes out Santander looking.
And a single in the 5th and almost had another RBI if not for a 9-4-2 putout, but he comes up empty here. Doesn't even take the bat off his shoulder. 1 away.
Called third strike. Colin McHugh, a 3-pitch strike.
The 0-2. Struck him out looking. Second strikeout for Gavin Williams. 1 down. Start. Matter of fact, the story goes as Jack strikes out, he was ready to quit baseball.
Strike 3.
Let's see if Kevin will go to a slider here. That looks like a fastball down.
He gone. 2 down.
He just locked him up with that fastball. Swire took it right down the.
Strike 3 called. And Jones is rung up.
They have 4 hits. They have walked 6 times. Fastball got him looking. He wasn't expecting that.
So in there, and he get his reps. Yeah, man.
Bundy gets the Royals in order.
That's strike 3 call.
That was another one right down the heart. You're looking something.
Cattell on the move. And the throw trickles away from Taylor Marte with his first stolen base of the year.
To make a charge at that wild card, so you do have to be careful what moves you do make because you do want to continue to compete.
And the runner going, and the batter stands there and watches a curveball right down the middle. So the Phillies tie it on the outfielder.
Going forward here for the Blue Jays. And strike 3 called right down the middle, and that is 8 strikeouts among the first 10 batters.
Angels. Nice pitch, but what an inning. Back-to-back.
2-0 in the 5th. And then a single and a double by Wisdom, scoring Bellinger. And that is it, 3-0.
Alexander takes strike 3. To the bottom of.
Strike 3 called. But the Rangers, just like last night, get 2 in the 1st.
Of 16. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. 2 down. Very good.
2 pitch, and that is strike 3 call.
Ricky and Keel, Brad Thompson, Jim Edmonds. And a strikeout of Schwarber, number 2 today for.
And a called strike 3. Got him with a fastball. Caught Pena guessing.
And 0-2. Strike 3. Vaughn down looking.
No balls, 2 strikes. That's a called strike 3 and about face for Narvaez. He knew it. And strikeout.
Slider again, and see you later. A knee buckler a couple of times in that.
0-2 to Joseph. Strike 3 called, inning over. 4th strikeout. And that's strike 3 call. Lockett gets him looking at a changeup, and Walker Lockett gets out of trouble again in the 3rd.
Kershaw nailed trying to go 1st to 3rd on a base hit by Utley. And that's that for a strikeout number 6. Anyway, when Mike Trout threw him out
of their game, so you can definitely be more aggressive.
And a breaking ball locked him up. On 3 pitches, he has struck out.
I got to play with Tony Perez. Pete Rose was my first manager.
Strike 3 call. That's the 3rd time that Senzel had been.
Right down the middle. Strike 3 called. Perkins looking for something different.
Try to brace yourself when you know you're going to dive forward. So Caleb Smith will lead things off. 9-1-2 due up for the Marlins.
35 pitches, 21 strikes. Bang, fastball in there, strikeout number 2.
He did tonight with the 1 run. And right through there for strike 3. Sat him down quickly, 1 gone.
Run last night in the 8th inning. 6 of the 7 have given the Cardinals a lead.
Volquez, the veteran, expanded the strike zone so well as the game went on.
Looks at a fastball for strike 3. A couple times today, Louis gotten locked up on a heater.
You want to throw the first strike of an at bat, get the first out of an inning, score the first run of a game.
Record of 21-26. Called strike 3. Throws Hatton with a
slow curveball, ring him up. 4 strikeouts for Xavier Curry.
Give you a shot in the Arizona Fall League.
Started this year in Single A, now playing in the postseason as Kershaw is called out on strikes.
It only happened to Nick 8 times. So he speaks from experience as Kyle Wright takes care of Seth Brown.
1 out, nobody on, 3-3 game, bottom 9.
Ahead a little bit. 0-2 delivery, runner on first base right there. Just frozen.
He was always better with an extra day's rest, and that's what happened. We're giving him plenty of rest. He's keeping his lines on point.
Hand comes out of the game. Fortunately, X-rays are negative. But, you know, it's baseball. Stuff happens. Fryer takes a call, 3rd strike. 3rd.
You know, we always wondered about that. Even though you get the extra day ever since.
5 defense in the big leagues. It was a real problem. Got him, throws it. And
Gerardo Parra was intentionally walked to get to Golden in the 11th inning. Probably to set up a potential double play as Jake goes down on.
To execute their game plan.
Ooh. Tries to put a hitter on his heels as quickly as possible.
And strike 3 called. That fastball
card, and either Matt Williams or Dusty Baker caught it.
That's a check swing and might have been a called 3rd strike anyway.
Bogarts runs. The pitch is a strike, and Bogarts stayed on the bag. The throw was a little late. Nicky Lopez.
Players move around all the time. Only George Brett, Dennis Leonard, Paul Splitter, John Wathan, and now Alex Gordon.
I want to get to the wrinkle. And you think these guys with.
Yeah, they're strike.
And he gets Paddock, who really wasn't into it.
Buck's under control in September, and he's been a weapon for the Indians out of the bullpen.
And you know, in most cases, you would say that doesn't matter.
The Giants went on to sweep that series.
We tried, Ron. We tried.
Hey, I told Kirkjian he's going to be sitting next to us. You got to make him number 1. It's okay by to be degree.
Strike 3 ends the frame.
Yes, you want to have it, but there's also these parameters that you were kind of built to be in anyway.
Well, that's right down the middle. I don't know what real mutes.
And a strikeout high is 13. There's a called strike 3. 9.
Well, that's right down the middle. Strike 3 to Moniak. Andrew Abbott strikes out the side.
He would like the opposition to do.
And now strike 3 called.
It's their tertiary color. There's a little bit of yellow in there. That is a called strike 3. 95 right there.
And strike 3 called. I'll tell you, Pat.
6 strikeouts over 4 scoreless.
Dream there.
inside Citi Field. 3 pitches, all strikes. Chirinos.
0-2 pitch. Strike 3 call.
From the stretch, the 0-2 to Butler. And Lawrence is caught looking at a 97-mile-per-hour fastball.
Looks good. You know, a lot of pitches look different on TV than they actually look in the batter's box. But
fastball's not bad either as he strikes out Calhoun.
Wow. Strike 3.
I mean, really, what do you do?
What did I just say? Why go up there with by the Twins, and Cleveland's right back in it. And Correa takes strike 3, 1 away.
Because as soon as Romano starts in his windup, he is backing up towards the third base dugout. He did it when he bunted, and he's doing it here.
Back-to-back strikeouts, 5 of them now in the game for Sal. And the first 2 retired here in the 5th. And now a quick message from
concerned about Urias over at first. Stays put. Urias takes a strike right down the middle. And 2 men are out here in this 5th inning. Strike
in the 2nd inning when Alford made a diving attempt, and he's caught looking 1-2-3 for Ponce. 1-run game.
Leadoff hitter for the Giants.
That strike 3 gets him looking.
Doing a nice job right now.
All third strike.
And that is a called strike 3. Terang is out. Inning is over.
And that one is right there. Strike 3 call. Looking for something.
What a great member of the Orioles family.
Got him looking. Elvis strikes it.
Almost took 2 of 3 in Texas. And Hayes strikes out. It's another strikeout.
Actually got a base hit on an intentional walk pitch as Terens gets rung up as Cabrera just.
Strike 3. With the slider.
Getting an opportunity to show what they can do in the major leagues. And oh, look at that breaking ball for a strike 3 call. How about that pitch?
A generational player who provides offense.
Torrens blinks right through that.
2 out.
What they did last night was a fantastic broadcast and production as always. Brett Phillips is out on 3 pitches, and I got emotional watching that.
And that breaking.
Got him. I think you're watching a young man.
Strike 3 call.
There you go. One of their best hits.
Got him. Steckenrider strikes out Zimmerman.
How he did.
0-2. Strike 3 called. Fastball right down the middle, and Donaldson.
Day in San Diego.
That is strike 3. Went to the breaking ball to get him. 9 strikeouts for Hernandez. 2-0 Padres.
Auction and selling those ticket packages as well. We'll update you a little bit later on.
Another strikeout, this one on a fastball. So that's 5 for Barlow.
A long wait for Galloway, but got his first big league hit. Called strike 3 for the 2nd out here in the 7th.
And right there.
That he was going to do. Freddie Freeman, that was quick. And a little different Freddie.
100 pitches for Bauer, 65 for strikes. And he rings up Avila.
What type of pitches he's throwing? His breaking ball.
Strike 3 called. Baez sits down.
Jackson Stevens and Vinci. Pretty good curve by Cecil.
Yep, he's throwing the ball well. And Coulomb freezes it.
The Orioles 6 strikeout in the top wild card team, and then you'll have some combination of Houston or Oakland. There's a called strike 3. Jeanette knew it. Fastball right down the middle. And Jeanette is a strikeout victim. That is number 4 for Freddie Peralta.
And maybe thinking he was going to.
They're 5th in slugging. Tonight, 1 for 10 with 3 strikeouts.
How about right down the middle with a fastball there, and Alvarez stands there.
Came in the line here, 0-2 pitch. Strike 3, pulled his string.
To get an update on Ronald Acuna Jr. And just like that, Toronto won all 6 games of the 2021.
Right down the middle, Matt walks away.
A's are beginning a long series in Oakland tonight. Oakland leads that one 1-0. They're in the 3rd inning as well. There's strike 3 called on Souza, and he knew it.
And strike 3 called on the fastball. Garcia caught look
in the center field, just run it down.
99 in there for strike 3. Shane got him. 3 breakables. Good morning.
Got him. The
Laparoscopic procedure is possible. It sounds like it is longer than that for Travis. And there's strike 3 call to get going. Let's go down to Arash Madani.
Now Goody with the 0-2. And he got him strike 3. He knew it. That'll end the inning. Couple of punch outs for Mr. Goody.
So good scene tonight here at the Coliseum, trying to finish it. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Lucroy tags him, and that, folks, is the
2 to help out his infielders. 4-1 Mariners, 4 runs on 6 hits for Seattle, and run on 4 hits and an error for the Angels. Strike 3 called. He knew it. Well, as many of you know, they had.
Andrew Miller has that huge breaking ball too. Just a tough at bat, lefty or righty. That's nasty.
So they hit, so they're going after it.
Here's the 0-2, and that one's in there. A called strike 3 right down the heart.
0-2 on the way. Got him again. 6 strikeouts for Wheeler through 5. D-back.
strike 3. 99.
No.
Since 2015. Hardest home runs. Well, I'll tell you in a minute. Good tease. Now a word from your Chicago.
The 0-2. And down he goes. Woodruff right.
See that? How high they all were? Yeah, 268s pitching against each other in the Seattle Oakland.
Yeah.
The guy's telling you, you're going too fast. Strike 3 call, and Bellinger knew it.
Milwaukee with a starter who's probably going to be compromised in terms of pitch count. Strike 3 called, and Mitchell's caught looking. And you can't imagine Scherzer's going to go.
Have a high velocity arm.
Wow.
Okay. And then that's, of course, how do you get Torres out? High fastballs? Well, nice.
And Howard is struck out. First strikeout.
0-2 pitch right there. Strike 3 called.
Got him.
Came right back with another
1-out jam in the 8th. Oh man, got him strike 3. Ian knew it, breaking ball, and there are 2 gone.
Bob Refsnyder, I distinguish between lineouts, pop-outs, and flyouts, so I wrote L7, and of course it was a great catch, Dwayne, so I stamped it with a star. It's our bone-fresh, fresh catch of the game.
Well, there you go. There's strike 3 called here. We'll take another look at Refsnyder out there.
And he can still do that to a baseball.
And that's strike 3 on Bryant.
0-2 on Gurriel. Strike 3 called. Gurriel knew it.
Right? Talking about get into their bullpen, you've got no chance. Last year they led the majors in ERA out of their bullpen, 289. And Schwarber's out on strikes. Andrew Miller got injured.
0-2 pitch to Perez. And a curveball. And a strike 3 call. That's number 8.
Has driven in 44. There's 64 RBIs between Sanchez and Romine. And then Higashioka has 4 RBIs as well.
And 3 home runs.
There's strike 3 called to Romine. And the bat on his shoulder, and Marucki gets his first strikeout of the ball.
And Ian Kroll strikes out the Bucco backstop.
Threw me a changeup up, and I took this hellacious hack on it, caught it off the end of my bat, and it, oh goodness.
Strikeout number 5.
But it kind of created this spin to it. It didn't go very.
58 OPS. Batting from the right side. And there is another good looking changeup, and that one right down the middle.
Like this, here we are, 2-2 6th inning, and anything can happen. And they've had their chances as Burke.
Pitch away. One good ground ball at somebody from turning it. And a fastball right down the middle. All 3 called third strikes.
That's a strike.
Breaking ball and a strike 3 call. Boy, these 2 pitchers.
You know, $100 for not moving runners along.
But what did Nolan give you with all those no-hitters? Did he ever give the players something? Right?
Autumn looking at a slider. And we head to the 9th here in the 3rd inning.
It's a pretty good valley move from.
And he locked him up with a breaking ball. 3 straight hits, now a strikeout. Sosa in left field in the 1st inning. That's right down the middle. He knew it. No argument. 2 down.
And strike 3 called. Teoscar Hernandez.
But they're doing that retroactively. But I'll get an answer for you. Davies is gone.
And another slider ends the ball game. Ramos was very impressive.
He's inherited 25 runners this year. 14 of them have scored. 56% of his inherited runners have scored this season.
He takes care of Anderson short.
Play on a ground ball hit by Jose Peraza in the 1st inning.
0-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Second punch out for Finnegan, and that will bring up Dan Straley. And how could we forget Straley as a hitter?
Braves have 4 outs left. And strike 3 ends the inning. We are through 8 at Truist Park. 6-5 New York.
About his last start. Got him, and Daza knew it. That's 10 strikeouts.
2 at bats. Batting left-hander for the first time tonight. And he takes a called 3rd strike. Adams gets through the.
And Crochet going head-to-head.
Wow. And Vaughn takes strike 3.
That really didn't recognize it at all. I'm going right back to it.
And he gets him looking. 3 straight sliders. And
Marlins are playing a doubleheader. The Marlins lost the 1st game, and now the 2nd game is tied at 1. As Miley rings the bell on Kerkudo.
That's in there. Strike 3 called. Boy, Ahmed looked like he had nothing going on right there.
Foul. Good late movement. It bears down and in off the plate, and then he gets him out the way. Good sequence. We'd like to send.
I'm looking forward to this month.
Here is Darvish dealing to Gonzalez, and he strikes him out on 3 pitches. Out number 1 here. That is 4.
But Urania still a chance here The Brewers still expecting the bunt with Aguilar creeping in from first. Urania will take a look at the breaking ball for out number 2.
Ball's been getting on him in a hurry.
Boy, Bradwick.
Having one strike away from punching out the side, and he will do it. That was a good look at 7th inning by App.
Played to a 25-22 record without Gordon, without Giancarlo Stanton doing much.
Word on Charlie Morton is it's a left hamstring strain, so that's what ends his night as Anderson looks at 3 pitches.
And strike 3, down goes Mans.
Times it as that runner is starting to get his lead, catch him by surprise.
Duffy gets a strike across to strike out.
You see him adjust one pitch to the other before connecting in a very smooth swing and get some liftoff.
Back-to-back strikeouts now for Garrett.
Yeah, Jose, we talked a lot about Richards and the thing out of your preparation for a baseball game. That'll be the thing that comes up during a game that'll come back and get you, right?
Right, absolutely.
0-2.
That was a nasty sequence right there.
Strike 3. Got him on the break.
Oh, the curveball just locked him up. 4 strikeouts.
Chase DeYoung giving up those 3 runs in the ninth. Strike 3 called.
Strike 3 call. Out of the box.
Swinsky go had an earring. I would belong on a cleanser.
That looked like Walt and No Neck Williams.
Well, Castro strikes out looking. Soto has a
To be able to do that job, and Ryan can do that job.
I don't know if he can pitch any better than Nicholas can. That
now.
Yeah. Well, it gets you to play sports more.
Yes. That's great to hear. Not to hear the umpire say strike 3.
Strike 3 called. Hernandez strikes out for a 3rd.
And he gets Ellie De La Cruz on.
You can relax just a little bit. What a great feeling that is.
Goins strikes out for a 2nd.
I think it's starting to swell up a little bit.
That is strike 3.
Swinging it that well, but 0-2 for Larnach. Oh, good night, sweetheart. Woo!
Well, he must have hung that or rolled it, but that's not the case.
That's strike 3. Winds set up high. Cashner peppers.
And the pitch. Strike 3, Santander. Down low.
You miss your location, and he's going to hit it a mile. If you can get it over that swing.
He is out on strikes.
On strike 3.
Game for as long as possible before they dip off in different directions. And there's another strikeout, that time on a breaking ball from Pablo Lopez.
Let your bat do the talking. Let your performance do the talking.
And the breaking ball gets Alonso looking. And so Bryce has his 4th strike.
Can't play the game anymore.
0-2 to Sandy Leon. And that is strike 3 call. Good heater from Matt Bush this year.
Struck him out looking. Bauer gets his first punch out.
Second.
To the count on Brett Phillips with 1 out and a runner at first. Strikeout.
You're prone to more mistakes.
Strike 3. Gesellman is caught looking. That's 5.
Zach Gallen moves it around.
Sometimes you just. They've only had 3 hits since the first inning. And a fastball for strike 3 call.
Fastball down the middle, got him.
Routine play. He said there are 3 facets to fielding a baseball, and you have to know them all. And we'll get back to it.
Not only a hook for Wellington.
15 series in the second half.
Mondesi down looking.
Orioles some time to work with here. Not a lot of it. Need some base runners. Not with that one.
Yeah, see, when you are pitching office to improve the team there, and a portion of that equation is back, and he's in the on-deck circle.
Matt Moore wastes no time and sitting the Dodgers. Presley's 0-2. Right down the middle to get low. All right, so fireworks. But
Michael King go deep into the game.
That is strike 3. Harper knew it. Takes with him the first strikeout from Michael King.
Pick overall. Future shortstop with the Braves, they say. That strike 3 called. Ruby De La Rosa finishes the fish in the 4th.
Called strike 3. Springer knew it. 2 outs.
You know, Mulder, I don't want it a high fastball, end up being a fastball running to the out.
it may come as interesting to some fans as Urshela takes a look at a 3rd straight curveball.
Fastball connects, strike 3.
Who has the hip, missed a game. He's back in center field.
Oh boy, 3 fastballs in a row, and Stevenson is caught looking at 101.
Strike 3 call, and Ryan Schimpf strikes out times.
Yeah. Strike 3.
0-2.
And Ventura puts Vasquez away with 3 straight pitches, but with 2 outs, Shaw singles.
Their pen as they send Corey Knebel to AAA to try to work through some mechanical problems. Rosters will expand the 1st of September. There's a called strike 3, and Aguilar is down.
A couple of strikeouts. 0-2 pitch to Smoke. He was looking for something else. Carrasco crossed him up. A 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Strikeout number 7 for Carrasco.
And this will also break their 9-game losing streak here in the Bronx. And there it is as Romine looks at a breaking. Preparing to be a two-way player. He's 6'5" and left-handed. Strike 3, and Duhart down looking. And Guzman's been hitting 96 during bullpen sessions.
And a called strike 3. 2 outs.
Turn around, the ball's on the way, so you really have to be prepared for anything.
That's going to be in his strike 3. Caught him looking. An ugly start to this one.
Phone says it's 86 degrees. Called strike 3.
There's our third base ball dude, Ken White.
Got him, and that'll end the inning. 3 strikeouts through 4.
Crowd, everything's silent.
And there's strikeout number 2.
You're an occasional vendor.
Turns his shoulder on strike 3. 2 Ks in the inning for Martinez, who leads 2-0.
Struck him out looking. Came right back with that curveball. Gets the first out of the inning.
Can tie you up.
And Peralta takes one right down the middle for strike 3 call.
The 0-2. And he knew it. Strikeout of Yachty.
Caught.
A called strike 3 on a slider.
Second baseman. That pitch counts. Strike 3.
Crone, the lead man here in the 8th. And a fastball right down the middle and about face. Caught him guessing.
Looking either change up or
last 12. So he's been swinging the bat pretty well.
He's down on strikes. 3.
Body control that hitters and pitchers go through.
There's strike 3. Cosmo down looking.
Fastball, but they also have good secondary pitches, and sometimes the fastball is the best pitch to hit.
And Cruz takes 3. There was a check swing in the middle he didn't like, and it's a 1-2-3 first for Tyson Ross.
Mr. Kopech starting to get loose.
Strike 3. Another fastball. But the Twins score 4 times.
Runner goes. Renfroe takes strike 3 looking. Padres strand a pair. They get a run. It's 3-1 Dodgers at the end of 6.
At the toughest school you can go to as a young pitcher.
And he strikes him out on 3 pitches.
Steven did a good job of ignoring him. And he's going to take that one and walk back to the dugout.
Tough at bat. Tough at bat.
Jerry Lane rings up called third strike with his left hand.
Got a pretty good seat though to watch this one. Here's the 0-2 to Taylor. Strike 3 called. Drew Hutch
here in the 8th, the 2-run game. Don't forget Hader is lurking in the 9th. There's strike 3 as Shonowell took one virtually right down the middle.
Strat ready, and the 0-2 in there, and that'll do it.
For Boston, bases empty, 1 away. Tristan Casas the batter, the 0-2. Called strike 3. He was looking for something else there.
I'm going to guess end of October. There's a nice job by Rich Rod.
To the inning for Vasquez, an 0-2 pitch. And Garcia strikes out looking to end the ball game. The Padres make some noise in the 9th on the 2-run home run by Ty France, but come up short in this one as the final. The Pittsburgh Pirates win game 2 5-3. It's time for Padres Live. Mike
You keep getting your name penciled in the lineup every day. Oh, good Buckler. Struck him out, 2 down.
Strike 3 call, fastball at 99, freezes. And that is strike 3. Needed that. It's a 7th strikeout for Lamet. 2 down.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that's a called third strike. Right down the middle. Backwards K will end the inning. So the
And on 3 pitches, Salazar cruising in this ball game.
That's in there. Strike 3 called. Pollock throws it on a changeup. Sandoval struck out 3 in the first 2 innings.
best at manipulating the baseball with different grips. There's a called third strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Grossman, an infield hit back in the 3rd, did not score. He's 1 for 2. And he got him strike 3. Grossman knew.
Right down the middle. Swung at a couple sliders well off the
0-2 pitch. Got him looking at a curveball. 3rd.
And strike 3 looking. Wood coming in at 1-3 with a 4.17 ERA. Vargas will strike out. He knew it. Takes with him the 5th strikeout for Wood. And ready.
He got him. Got him looking at a fastball.
See if he shortens up in this 0-2 hole. He's guessing something else. Took a breaking ball for strike 3. So 2 up and 2 down for Devin Smelt.
Settling down since the Pence homer. The Giants have only 2 hits, both singles. That's called strike 3. 4th strikeout for Corbin. 1 down in the 7th.
You almost feel that he might be thinking about it a little bit in this outing, but I think the further he gets in this ball game, the more comfortable.
Sample size, if you will, of Finnegan last year. Pitched in 6 games, 4 as a starter. And man, he is dealing it.
And strike 3 call.
Also the fact that he had to charge.
Yeah,
he was, you know, I mean, the plays in front. And a strikeout of Kimlahan.
Hopefully it didn't get him in the eye, got him right under the eye. At a ball game at the football stadium. That is strike 3. Ellington really throwing.
And Salvi is called out, but damage done.
Feel really good back end of this game, and then going in tomorrow. You got the off day coming up, and there's a strikeout, and that's number 5.
0-2. See you later. I mean, whatever he was looking for, that wasn't it.
The order too. He's kept him from the 6th spot on down. And that was just a really good pitch by Daniel.
And 3 of the 4 at-bats have ended.
Fastball, strike 3. It was right down the middle. Yoan was looking for something else.
Trying to do his best Skeens impersonation here. Oh man, he does. Wow. What a start for Big Man.
All right, 0-2. And that's right down the middle. Strike 3 called. Big strikeout of it. Manipulate the ball a little bit. It worked. Here's the 0-2. And he got 3 straight fastballs. Young goes down looking.
Strike 3 called with a fastball. Peralta could not
use on Dalton Varsho and saying Springer. He's good pitch. Snuck one in there. Rich does.
Called strike 3. 5 strikeouts for Russ and 2 down in the 5th.
Experiences leading to learning and better experiences.
Yes, and to continue to get those opportunities.
I'd have to agree.
And you were right. They dropped the hook on him.
Oh, right in there. Caught guessing. That's numbers.
Well, I said 4 innings. I meant 4 outs. And on 3 pitches, the changeup.
Your chest, and off you would go. There wouldn't be this long series of signs you had to work through.
That is a first career strike.
Winning baseball. It hasn't been. That's strike 3. We'll pick up on that thought in a moment. That was a pretty good slider. And Martinez is always.
And 2, it wasn't an arm injury, which is crucial.
And a called strike 3. Derek Hill
is 11-5 in games that he has started. And strike 3. Drops a curveball on Hernandez.
0-2 to Rojas. Sharp breaking ball, strike 3.
All 4 above average to elite pitches, and he knows what to do with them.
Runner takes off. The pitch is a strike. The throw will not be in time, and Birdie picks up a stolen base. His first.
Now you pick up the strikeout on the fence.
Been gone a day or 2 around here.
And Bryant is called out.
And of course, he was a pitcher who hit Joey Votto on the right knee with a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. That's what that is for strike 3. Oh, and by the way, Votto will bat against Madsen when we come back.
Anaya with 2 strikeouts. Just picked up his 3rd. Goldie caught looking. That was
true. The Roo is dealing with some concussion-like symptoms at the time, and that didn't help. There's a strikeout. 3 in a row, 3 tonight.
remember that when you draft a quarterback and expect him to be your starter, there's strike 3 to Stewart.
More or less a clean inning with the bases empty and nobody out. And 3 pitches, and he gets Marsh looking.
Phillies are probably thinking also.
That is strike 3 inside corner. Scoreless streak over for Aaron Nola.
Duran probably thought he could get it, just didn't factor that wind.
In there for strike 3, caught him looking, so nothing comes of that base hit.
Easily influenced.
Yes, very, very easily.
Okay. Strike 3 call by on Taylor Ward. So nice pitch by Aller.
He's
just got unbelievable speed.
Got him looking. David Phelps wasn't messing around.
Since when you fly on a plane, do you ask for a paper ticket?
Well, how do you do it? There's strike 3 called. Bubba Thompson down looking.
Kelly to Kim. That's strike 3. Froze him. One down.
In 18 of their 32 games. Call strike 3.
Landed in no man's land.
Fastball on the outside corner. 2 down.
Smoke looking for something else.
Strike 3 call. That was a good pitch toward the outer half of the plate. That's 11 hitters in a row retired by Mark.
And there is strike 3 call. So Poche comes in and promptly.
Looking for the strikeout. Runner at first goes, and that is in there for strike 3.
Oh, 2 right in there, and Austin knew it. But
I love the way they do it now, too. With the count 0-2 here on Paris. Oh, and he'll strike out looking. A slider right down the middle.
Splitter there, strike 3.
Doug, that bullpen, because that's been probably the Achilles heel of this Dodger ball club right now. Giving up 18 runs in the last 21 innings without Kenley Jansen.
Jock was looking for something else. He just takes a seat.
Probably could use a day off from behind the plate.
Called third strike. Lead off.
Strike 3. And that will.
That's it. So Taylor Ward now you can do with what you got that day. Strike 3 called. Snap.
Finally pitching at Miller Park this year, as that one is on the edge. Strike 3 called, and what a
17 innings. And Maldonado looks at strike 3. There's out number 2 here in the 4th.
0-2 on Jackson. Strike 3 call. Kind of tied up, didn't know what to do.
With 1 out in the 7th.
Ball, strike 3.
He just keeps sweeping that breaking ball in there.
Oh boy, Liberatore makes short work of Michael Bourne.
Corner.
Oh, and 3 to Tomlinson.
Pitch. And then he throws a fastball right down the middle. So 3 straight.
0-2 to Maben. Big curve drops right in there. Strike 3.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. 101 right down the middle.
Man. That RBI total right here. But frozen on a fastball. Marlins strand that double, and we head to the 5th.
Called strike 3, and the ball game is over.
I'd have to jump on that.
I know. I'm thinking about it.
Curve, strike 3 called to get Castillo.
Well, Kyle being very.
Strike 3. How about that? Bases loaded, nobody out, and the Yankees.
2-strike pitch. Got him looking. Well, that didn't take long. Kelly comes in.
And he knows he's been had. They struck out each other looking on curveball.
Current number 9 for the Tigers. But since we just roasted Carlos Pena, as there's strike 3, there goes Willie Castro.
He was a good manager when he got here, and he's just gotten better. All right, a 1-2-3 inning.
2-strike pitch. And that's strike 3 called. So Duran
Can't cover everything. So minimize the areas that you're concerned with. And I would suggest that Holt's probably looking for something outside.
And took one right down the middle. Took a fastball. May have suspected he was going to get that breaking ball that Baraki used to get.
And there's strike 3 called.
Seems to be throwing more strikes, getting ahead on counts, and putting hitters away. Call strike 3. 2 up and
on July 11th in the All-Star game. That's good pitch. Montgomery gets it.
That was part of the Gene Segura deal. And he looks at strike.
And that's strike 3 called. So Nelson.
Yeah, it sure does.
And dropped in there, right back with the heater.
check swing, and Desmond gone on strikes.
Really good pitch. Bichette had a great at bat.
And down he goes, strike 3.
Hornsby hit .358 over a Hall of Fame career. Called strike 3.
And she's been a great coach so far this year.
Runner goes on the breaking ball.
Drops, and it's just fly and let it go.
Second strikeout for Velasquez.
And you missed.
2-strike pitch, and Bender in there. Strike 3 called, and Gallo.
Bullpen, and that's what we talk about. Those guys feel like I can be myself, which is so great.
Stays there and watches it fly by. Back-to-back K's to open the 8th for Tribe.
How about roll them up?
How about the big leagues is very difficult.
Yes, it is.
How's that analysis?
Carlo with a 78-mile-an-hour hook says.
Of course, they went out and signed a couple of large names, Johnny Cueto and Jeff Samardzija. Strike 3 on Lyles. Rockies have a big.
Ibar, Chase Darno, and Emilio Bonifacio. There it is. Tom Hallion.
Have a better chance of stealing.
In there, strike 3 called. So Minor works his 3rd inning. We head to the bottom of the 3rd.
Ray Searage with that upside down frown. Smile.
Roth comes back with a couple of strikeouts.
Going after right there.
And that is strike 3 called. 98.
It is 0-2.
Called strike 3.
In that lineup, surrounded by a bunch of young guys trying to make their way into the big leagues.
That's in there for strike 3. End of spring training, and they sell it out. And many believe that we will head back there as Piscotty strikes out.
Got him.
Up there looking for a break.
His right arm would spread out almost a foot away from his head because he would try to throw it too hard, and you could pick it up easily.
Aaron has his signs. And a fastball on the outside corner. He just struck out the side. That's 4 strikeouts in a row for Aaron Nola. Well, he is certainly answering the bell here this afternoon for the Phillies. And the French corner.
Sí, fíjate, Frank, si los Astros ganan, el señor ese que no se vaya, Frank. Necesito hablar con él.
Now here's homer to the first inning of Kyle Gibson, and the Braves lead 1-0. Strike 3 called. Cortez out on strikes. You know, if you're
right in there. 3-pitch strikeout for Bailey Falter.
Oh-2. Right down the middle with a fastball to finish the inning. And he winds up getting back-to-back Ks after the Brewers get one on the wild pitch.
For the Giants, and then it'll be J.D. Davis and Patrick Bailey. See it out. That's 3 pitches, and down goes Forrest.
28 2/3 innings with 22 walks.
There's the slider, and that has saved him.
If Logan Webb is right, he will chew through a lineup in a hurry. And he chews through Miller in a hurry.
2 strikes. And a breaking ball over. And
called strike 3 right down the middle.
0-2. He's got him at 100. 2 gone in the